think we've just gone live.
Oh, damn. We have.
We
We
have.
have.
Oh well.
I wanted to play the intro.
Oh. Why didn't it play? That's very strange.
I know exactly why I did it. It's because yesterday I was doing something else. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to do it though. I'm going to play the intro now.
Yeah, sure.
Well, hello again. That was a kind of false start just to fool you, actually.
It's actually been a while since we've had a technical hiccup of any sort. So I think maybe one was kind of a bit overdue there.
Yeah,
it's
well,
it's a bit like the Krakatoa volcano eruption or whatever. It's kind of overdue. It's
right.
going to go.
I am actually going to just add that intro back in. I hope I don't mess it up. Right, I'm setting it as the intro video. Right, so that should do that by default now. The reason it was missing was because yesterday afternoon I was doing that talk with that guy called Roman, who's kind of to do with XTP and Tap Global, and I was using the StreamYard software, but I didn't want to have the video, the intro there, because it was, we were just recording it locally, sort of thing. So I disabled it and I forgot to re-enable it.
Tut tut.
So I now know that's the thing. Oddly enough, when I was doing it with him, I said, okay, well I'll see you later then, and I pressed stop, and then it played the outro, and I thought I don't want that,
No.
Anyway, I'm currently editing that video, and I decided this morning that I was going to put what do you call it? What's the little words? Captions. I was going to put captions in it all the way through.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, because it's meant to help with the old algorithm, isn't it? And also kind of nice.
Yeah. I think it's better if you actually get I think it's the SRT file or something, and then you upload that as well. I'll see if I can do that. But I did that within Camtasia, which is the software that I use to create videos and stuff, and it kind of, it's got an auto captioning thing where it tries to understand what you're saying, and then it does a pretty good job, actually. But of course we kept talking about the CEO of Arson, and
yeah,
and I have to keep going in there, and it's not arse on. It's
Yeah.
and it's not arson as in setting fire to your house.
I imagine you could do imagine you could do a copy and paste on that, like a global. Sorry, not copy and paste. A global find and replace
I could probably do that on the actual
on the SRT file.
the SRT file, yeah. But then I'd have to re-import that into. I could probably do it. I'm not sure. Because I haven't done it before. I'm just kind of going through it anyway because there's quite a few things that you said that I'm looking at it and thinking, did he really say something about Dr. Peggy? And no, it wasn't that at all. It was well documented, but yeah, that was interesting though yesterday because I mean, for anyone who doesn't know what I'm talking about this company called Tap Global. They've got a token called XTP. I started talking about it in late 2022, early 2023, because that Martini guy was talking about it, and it's one of his sort of like, this is going to do 1,000x sort of thing. So I became quite excited when my investment became, the price of a house sort of thing, and then I watched it go all the way down to the price of a second-hand car, and consequently, I'm just a massive bag holder now, as is this guy. Anyway, but his name's Roman, spelt like Roman, as in the Roman soldier.
Yeah. I was going to ask because you're pronouncing it like Roman,
right?
So I was wondering if that's like if that's the actual pronunciation, like yo man.
No, well, no, as it turns out, because everyone I know has been called that. They've either been French or they've been Croatian, or I think I know I know a Hungarian called Roman, and
so they insist on the wrong sounding pronunciation.
I don't know, because I know it's someone's name. I'm just so used to saying Roman. Yeah. Anyway, so I'd seen him in the Tap group, and the Tap is based in Gibraltar. It's also got like an office in Greece, I think it is. So I was expecting someone, well, certainly east of France, anyway. So so someone who's like, I don't know, like Greek or Romanian even. I thought Roman would be a good name for a Romanian. And like,
probably just very, very, very hairy.
Anyway, talking of stereotypes, no, but
yeah.
But anyway, so I'd never spoken to this guy before, so I sent him the StreamYard link, and he came along, and I was like, that is not the accent I was expecting at all. He's from
more like Poirot.
He's Welsh.
Really?
Yeah, he's from South Wales, near Cardiff. So he had a very, very nice Welsh accent, and
he had a bit of the Griff Rhys-Jones going on, obviously.
It was a lot more valleys than that. It was it was quite singy song. It was a bit like my friend Bim, who's from where's he from? Anasea, Wattstown, that kind of area up in the valleys, lovely fella though, really good and really interesting story. I should probably have the video out by tomorrow, actually. I must say, bearing that in mind, I'm actually a lot more hopeful about the future of that company.
That's interesting.
Than I was, and I'm certainly not going to sell my XTP anytime soon, because I do think it has a lot of potential.
That's very interesting. So look forward to seeing that interview then.
Well, yeah, it's tomorrow. The other thing that might be interesting, that maybe something we can look at, because you can't even look at XTP on TradingView because it's on an exchange called Probit that TradingView don't even recognise. And I think that's the reason for that, is they can do it on the cheap, really, because they just haven't got a lot of money, not much manpower at the moment, and they're being careful rather than sort of throwing money at the company and then facing potential failure. They're just kind of building it slowly, So So there is that. Having said that, from what he was saying, it looks like the actual, because bear in mind, Tap Global isn't just a irregular fintech startup. It's actually a sort of regulated company, and it's on. It was on the Aquis exchange in London, but it's now on. Is it AIM? Is it? Is that what
I
it's
think,
called?
yeah, they upgraded, didn't they? Or I don't know if
Yeah,
it was an actual upgrade or they're just calling it that.
yeah. So he was talking about the share price, which I believe is around about two or three pence at the moment. And he was saying they've actually had a good year, so it's and their earnings report comes out sometime this month, and it's highly likely it will be very good, and he was saying it might be not financial advice, but it might be an opportunity to double your money, which sounds quite interesting anyway.
Yeah.
So there is that, and you can buy it in places like like Hargreaves and Lansdowne.
Yeah.
You can
Are they on
do it.
trading 212 as well? I'd imagine they would be.
I don't think it's on Trading 212. It certainly
Okay.
wasn't last time I looked anyway. But
Sure.
which is why I was thinking, well, I don't know how to do it. Well, that was one of my things. I just said I don't know how to do that. And he said, "Oh, have a look on Hargreaves and Lansdowne," and sure enough, it is there. Which is one of the things that my brother uses actually. So I might give him a little heads up on that as well. Not financial advice, actually, of course. In fact, let's play this. Please note that this content is for educational and entertainment purposes only and is not financial advice. Any information or opinions provided are not guaranteed to be accurate or complete. Always conduct your own research before making any financial decisions. A full legal disclaimer is in the description of each video and live stream. So there you go. But yeah,
that's us told.
Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, very, very interesting guy. Anyway, and yeah, he's kind of been involved from the start with them really. But he's got the same thing as me. Is like he has like one of the higher tiers of the tap card, but doesn't use it.
Yeah.
Or doesn't use it in the UK because there's no GBP card loading. But he seems to think that could happen in Q1 of next year. So if that does happen, I think that will be a catalyst for everything sort of taking off really. What he's got a place in Mallorca, so he goes there like once a month, and he pays his bills with his tap card there, and he's on the highest tier, so he gets 8% cash back in XTP, which he's confident will be worth more this time next year. So anyway, that's all.
Interesting.
That's all quite. It was really good actually. He's quite happy to do. He's involved with a few other kind of things as well. So he's quite happy to come on the stream and have a chat with us and all that. So he could
be great actually. Sounds like an interesting guy.
And he's not a kid. He's a 50-year-old bloke, and he's what was his expression? He knows what time it is. Something like that. I know.
Yeah, well, it's midday. Obviously.
Yeah, unlike some of our German friends. Anyway, right. Right. Just before we get into any property, I'll just show you my little picture here. This is what I used for the thumbnail for the video this morning, because we did come down quite a lot last night, but we did not. I don't think we closed that CME gap, because going back here, I'm getting confused now, because that was the 1 hour candle that closed on Friday night. So that closed at that price there, didn't it? Like 89,430, and then it reopened on Sunday here at this price here, 89,825. I mean, if you look at it in, I don't know, like 5 minute or something.
So there's definitely a gap there, is there?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm just not sure if you regard it as. I mean, this is the 5 minute.
And it happened. So it was when they closed. It happened while they closed and reopened.
What, coming down? No, last night.
I mean, the gap itself.
Oh, the gap. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, but if you see, like, this is the 5 minute, right? So that candle, technically, the wick of that candle was actually sort of there, right?
Yeah.
I suppose the 1 minute. I don't know, I won't bother doing that. But anyway, but that's not where it closed, was it? Because it closed on the hour. So the actual hourly candle was where it was before. But if you use that, so excuse me, that let me get rid of that. You still there?
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, you went very quiet. I assume. Oh,
it was the cough button.
Oh, okay.
Just hacking away.
So even last night, we were 89,575, and I was really looking for a little bit lower. So So there is still a CME gap open anyway. So that was my thinking. Without looking at any particular Quadzilla levels or whatever, I was saying in my video this morning that I think it will close that CME gap at some point, and just be aware of these fishy things down here.
Beware of efficiency.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Is
But
that
overall,
a shark? Is that a shark?
that's a shark. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I just wanted to.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of wanted to turn it round so the shark was like, pointing towards the whale, but I don't. That's not right, is it? And then I don't quite know how you can do that with.
That's probably okay. I mean, if it's underwater, they do acrobatics, don't they?
Yeah. Well, I suppose
Less so with the whale. I'd imagine a whale is generally right side up all the time. You never see an upside down whale in any underwater footage, do you? Where sharks are all over the place. They've got no respect for gravity or physics or anything.
They're
flop around in the water.
Yeah. So if he was upside down, that doesn't look right at all, does it? Yeah. Anyway, but I don't think it's a major TradingView glitch, but it would be nice if you could reverse these a little bit.
Yeah, probably not high up on on their list of things to fix.
Anyway, there's that. But I mean, overall, with people talking about their much lower levels, even so, I'm still not quite in that camp myself because where's my thingy gone? Oh, sorry. Yeah.
All that messing around with emojis and things.
It's all happening now, isn't it? Right, I didn't mean to do that. Or did I? But it's not even shown on there. Damn. Okay. No, I was hoping to have the Bybit chart. Yeah. So overall, just get rid of that stats thing.
Sure.
Right. Just because overall we did get this like 3-day green background thing here, which there's only ever been 3 of, and each time one of those has happened, there's been a little bit of a pump, a bit of a pullback, and then a big pump. So that's what I'm expecting. Anyway, it's probably completely different to anything you have to say, but shall we do the thing?
Let's do some TA.
Moo indeed. Actually, just before I hand over the thingy, I must say that when we got that pump on Tuesday, wasn't it? Yeah, Tuesday. As that was going up there, I did say in, I think it was a video, or I can't remember if it was a live stream, I said, do be aware of this retracement level here on the 1 hour, because the price will come back to there, and kaboom, it did. So that was good, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's great. I mean, looking at that, it's kind of like maintained that level as well. So it turned out to be, it was a sort of beckoning level. Come on, back down to this level, and then it's kind of skewered pretty much. But well, in fact, now it's resistance, isn't it? That level. So
Yeah, yeah. Well,
continue to be a relevant sort of price, I guess.
yeah. Well, as it dipped down this morning, it did create this this bearish one here. So it's done the first two steps of that. So it's come down, gone back.
Yeah.
So obviously that, for that to complete that one, it needs to come down to at least there. So I'm just thinking, well, while it's there, it may as well come down to here. This is a level that I kind of guessed, by the way, because this is like this is the Bybit chart. So I was just going on, whatever the premium is on the CME, just thinking like it's probably somewhere around about 89, 290.
Yeah.
So that's a level I'm looking at anyway.
Yeah. So just before we start, let's have a quick go through the chat, because there's literally hundreds of people in there. So there's me. Hello. Kaz, hello. Hi. I'm still knackered, but trying out some small scalps today. I didn't know you were knackered, but
it was because I wasn't sounding very lively yesterday, because I probably wasn't actually, but I don't know. I didn't have my usual spark, and I was a bit sort of moany, and
yeah.
And Kaz was saying she I sound like she felt, so
yeah, fair enough. But actually, before I forget, so we're also streaming over on X, and are we on Instagram? I can't remember.
I think so. Yeah.
Sure. So on X, we've currently got nobody watching. Thanks, guys, over on X. So anyone watching here, if you wouldn't mind, maybe just opening up X in a tab or something, and just kind of have that going there. Shall I post in the stream link?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm taking a bit of a long time to do this, but is that posting? Yeah, that's posted.
Yeah, well done.
So that'd be highly appreciated. Just bring up the numbers a little bit there. Yeah, so we got trying to make some money for Takeaway Tea. Yeah, is that so? I guess that could be Takeaway Tea Friday. I guess is the new thing. We could set up a rival meme coin.
Oh yeah,
just
yeah.
call it Takeaway Tea Friday or something. Just everything. So it could include curries and Chinese. It could be the inclusive version of Chippy. I don't know. I'm talking nonsense. But,
yeah, it'd be better than just like kebab, wouldn't it?
Yeah, true. Yeah, kebab accident Friday or something. So I'd known it well. I think it was about 19. I mean, bear in mind, I've been around for quite a while, many decades. I think it was sometime in the late 2000s when I realised that I'd never eaten a kebab in daylight. So one of those just good God, right? Or like great Scott,
Yeah, I don't think I'd ever eaten a kebab when I was sober either.
Well, probably just wouldn't. That's the thing. So,
yeah.
So yeah, Kat's staying so quiet today. And cue the Bjork song. I guess it is a bit like.
Oh yeah. That's a shh. Yep.
Yeah. Pardon?
Do you know about the Irishman who goes into the library and says, "Can I have fish and chips, please?" And the librarian says, "I'm so sorry. This is a library." He went, "Oh, sorry about that. Could I have fish and chips, please?"
Oh, quite like that. Yeah. I think, but yeah, one thing I've noticed is that I do tend to. I mean, I find humour funny. It's kind of truism, isn't it? Or tautology or whatever. I find funny things funny, but jokes I tend to find maybe 40%. I appreciate them as much as most people appreciate them. I'd say I'm at the 40% appreciation level of told jokes. It's weird. I've never really understood why, but it's just one of those things.
All right, you've analysed the statistics of your
Yeah.
Interesting. I remember years ago, because I've always liked kind of quite dark humour, and I mean, do you remember like League of Gentlemen?
Yeah.
Years ago? I mean, I was really into that, and I remember watching it with this girlfriend of mine, and she said, do you find this funny? And I was like, yeah. And she said, well, you're not laughing. I thought, oh yeah.
I'm laughing on the inside.
Yeah, it's quite weird, isn't it? Sort of like
it is. Yeah, it's that sort of reaction, because I do. It's like sort of just appreciating humour, I suppose. Sometimes the cleverness is wittiness. I think it's not so much that's funny; it's more that's very witty, and I appreciate the thought and the just the inversion of logic or whatever that went into that moment of wit. That it's the Oscar Wilde thing, isn't it? I think he's more witty than funny. Anyway, should do some TA.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
So it's been a while. I haven't spoke to you for 48 hours.
That's true. Yeah, there's a lot to talk about. A lot of nonsense to get through. So anyway, so bit of a kind of dark secret here is that I don't really have any TA lined up. I was just going to, because I've been quite busy this morning, to be honest. So I was going to kind of look at the chart and wing it a little bit.
Okay.
But so I did want to have a quick chat after this about Bollinger Bands. Is it Bollinger? No, Bollinger Bands, isn't it? Because I think was it Teamwork who mentioned them in the Discord, the SaveWithCrypto Discord?
It was indeed, yeah.
Yeah, and because I haven't looked at Bollinger Bands for a long time, and it's one of those things where it's like you sort of try them out and go like, that's amazing. It's really got this kind of uncanny aspect to it, and then it just kind of lose that particular indicator from the chart, and then forget all about them. So it's a bit like that. So just kind of brought them up again, and they're great. I like Bollinger Bands.
Okay, just for your information, so Bollinger Bands were invented by a bloke called John Bollinger, who was from Vermont in the US, and I believe it's pronounced Bollinger. No, it's not. Hang on, not very good. But hang on. So I've got the thing here on Wikipedia, but it's let me put the.
I thought you sounded a bit knowledgeable about all of that.
Right, that in the chat there. That's how it's done phonetically. So,
okay,
that's Bollinger, isn't it?
Bollinger.
Yeah,
a very good morning to you too.
I don't think you have to go fully French, but it's certainly not Bellinger like another YouTuber says.
Bellinger, yeah.
It's not
Bellinger caviar, whatever.
No, I think it's more Bollinger, as in the. Yeah. Anyway, he's American, so they normally just pronounce stuff as it looks, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, I was going to say it's like all bets are off sometimes with US pronunciation, but however we pronounce it is not going to be how it's pronounced over there. Yeah. What was I doing? Oh yeah, so I was going to, if there's time, I was going to chat a bit about.
Yeah. Do you want to have your screen on?
Is it not?
It is not.
Oh wow. Okay. It is now. Hopefully, is it? Oh, before presenting, let me remove yours and add. Yeah, apologies for that. I thought this is actually there all the time. So luckily, I hadn't really kind of started to do anything with this yet. I was still just
I
rambling.
saved your bacon there.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. Right. So Bitcoin on the 4 hour currently doesn't tell us a huge amount, except that we've been doing this kind of slightly boring-ish sort of ranging. It has been a bit dull, isn't it? This, but let's. I was going to draw in some just horizontal lines there, but then thinking like, why don't we put in a fib retracement? So like, say from the low up to the current high, which is that one, isn't it? More or less. And what does that give us? Just temporarily, it's going to switch off the old quads, and what does that tell us? It does tell us that there has been a bunch of ranging going on, obviously within. Yeah, very much within there.
Where was your
broke down?
Where was your top of that? What?
So it's from down here up to that top.
Oh, okay, right, okay.
So it's just like that kind of latest impulsive-ish sort of price movement.
Okay.
So just purely that from that drop down. But so within this, what's been going on here, it's that so the 0.786, that's definitely been kind of a bit of a whether it's a problem line or just a favourite line, is going to come back to that regularly. It's just here it just kind of broke up, back down, resumed that range, broke below the 618, and then it's just like, oh god. But it has actually respected these levels really, really well, these fib levels. So here, like, it kind of broke up. This is it, guys. This is it. This is the breakout. No, but it was using this as support as well during that, and then just kind of eventually broke below it. Stubbornly stayed within the same range. Come up, blah blah blah, and actually to stay consistent, I should have been drawing more of these, shouldn't I? Just tried to get up and then down. There, just plotted it. There, blip blip across. Finally broke above again. Another attempt. So like first, second, third attempt. No, well, fourth, counting that. That hardly counts, does it? Just like poked his nose above there. But yeah, this. Let's draw that. I can just so it's counted. But yeah, so this one kind of up, down, back down again, and behind the extra thick arrow I've drawn in, it actually used that 786 as support again. So yeah, that's insane, isn't it? So really, in fact, it's multiple attempts. Really, I'd say probably 3 meaningful attempts to get above that level before it can really sort of break out to the upside. But each time, where's it really struggling with? It's there, isn't it? It's kind of that level. Just drawing a thing, because it's obviously it's peaked there as well, the same level, dropped down to that level there. Maybe kind of from there, can always just move this around once I've drawn it in. But I don't need to. I think that,
so between the 618 and the 7, what is it, 776?
786 and
786. That's the what people call the golden pocket, isn't it? Is that right?
I think so. Yeah. So essentially, we just want the price to break above there and stay above there.
Yeah.
So I mean, what we have obviously got is we've got higher lows, which is nice. So even that one, just kind of there, that, and not that one, that one really. So that if that they've slowed down a bit, because that one to that one was whatever. I mean, if I was a good YouTuber, I would measure that without even like talking about the fact that I should do that, and I got it wrong. Come on, go there. So that one was 4.2%. This next one was that one. Okay, 4.4, then up to a paltry 1.75. So if it feel like maybe it's excuse me, sorry, this supposed relief rally that we've all been waiting and thinking maybe that's what this is kind of losing steam. So that significant low there turned out to be not the next higher low. In fact, it came down. It had to come down lower to form the higher low. So arguably that doesn't really count. It's just that it happens to be higher than that one. It's a lower low from there. So, and given it's been doing all these attempts to break above that level, above the 786, well, all these attempts to break above the 786, they've kind of stalled at that 93.1 price.
Okay.
If I was being purely objective about that, I'd be thinking like, well, this is maybe like the weakest, sort of post bull market relief rally ever. The only reason I'm expecting the price to just pick up steam and continue to head on up is because, I mean, like everyone else, I'm expecting it. Do you know what I mean? That it doesn't look that great. I really want that to be the thing that happens. But it's just so running out of steam.
I think it will, but just probably just not quite yet.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because I think the same thing, but it's just like based on what I don't really know. There's maybe kind of a level that I just draw in. Where is it? I've lost where I was doing that now. It was that. It's been kind of that. It's a very narrow range, really. Not sure if that's even kind of. Yeah, it's kind of accurate. It encompasses a bunch of things. So that's kind of acted as a level of both resistance and support, just that kind of zone. It could potentially even just come up to here, really, or there, maybe that level. In fact, it really, really could. Maybe the top of that, something like that. So that'd be another level. I mean, obviously that's well above 100, between, call it 105, well, 104.5, at 107.5. So that's even, if we even get up to there, it feels like that should be kind of like where it's going to head up to. That potentially is a little bit bear flaggy, which is worrying. That level there is kind of potentially also that's going to be an area of liquidity that it kind of needs to get through. These levels, wow, they don't half line up. It's all like being wise in retrospect, obviously. So there is that. But this one again, where it's kind of doing that ranging, it's also where it's like topping out just there too. Maybe slightly up. So that really could be drawn as a box like that one. There's that. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of things really that I said already there. Yes, but lurking. Yes, I'm going to say that I've been yes, but lurking. just to skew the poll a little bit. So, yeah, I mean, there's no Scotty, is there? That's
No.
No.
Obviously, I don't know. Everyone must have gone long on the FOMC thing last night, and then got wrecked overnight. And
just licking their wounds, I think.
Yeah,
which I don't know if that's advisable. It's not medical advice.
I don't think licking anyone's wounds is a good idea ever.
Yeah, unless you're a cat.
Right.
And even then, it's it's kind of dubious.
I suppose if it's your only option,
Yeah,
you may as well.
yeah. Thing is, you know, where else they put their tongues. You know, that's the thing. So it's like, yeah, lick that, and then lick your wound. Yeah, that's advisable. Just,
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
it's for animals. A lot of them.
Yeah. So basically, if you go to the hospital and your doctor is a cat, just just make your excuses and leave. Yeah.
I'm not staying here. You're an animal.
Yeah, he's like, you animal. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. TA. So, um, oh, I just realised now. Yeah, I think I find my own jokes funnier than other people's jokes. That I think that's maybe what my issue is there.
All right.
It's yeah, I've suddenly tweaked that one. Anyway, yeah. So I was just trying to work out that. Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, that's it's a really bleeding depressing sort of conclusion I came to there. I think, but maybe that's just how it is. It's just like removing all of our built up like biases and so on for what we're expecting the price to do. I very much hope the price goes up because I seriously want it to. But just that 4 hour view of it just didn't seem all that, you know. I don't know. Okay, so a positive spin is that I mean, the trend is still upward very much. That aspect hasn't been broken. I think it would have to drop below, in fact, the halfway point, that 87.6, for that upward trend to really be broken. That would be pushing it somewhat, to be fair. But as long as this can recover head on up, yeah, and then as long as it can break above there, which is 93.1, and then even if it ranges there for a little bit, and then 95, if we can just get above 95 and then convincingly just kind of blast up like that blast it down, and head on up. Because there are bullish things happening for definite in the sort of broader picture, in the macroeconomic picture. So I mean, there's all sorts, isn't there? I mean, yeah, so we got the Fed rate cut, the expected 0.25%, but Jerome Powell was kind of hawkish in his little speech last night, and that just kind of I don't know. I wonder if he did that a bit deliberately. I don't know.
What do you mean? So what? So he
tanked the markets a bit. Well, everything else kind of went up, didn't it? Everything else pumped, stocks and so on.
Oh, did he say something tanky?
Well, he was hawkish, so he wasn't, like, he just sounded really unhappy, and he was saying that they would probably kind of slow down on the rate cuts next year.
Right.
Like, so in January they're not expecting there to be a rate cut, and that in fact that one is until the very end of January. So
right.
We've got like all that time between now and then for no further rate cut, and then no further rate cut, and then, like, you know, all the time after that. So, yeah, and I think what he was saying about the economy generally didn't sound that great either.
Okay.
He was very hesitant, and just, you know, for someone who doesn't really convey many emotions, he conveyed just discomfort and slight unhappiness, I would say. So I think overall that did spook the markets a bit. So, and I think that's also why, even though there was the expected rate cut, the price has just kind of dropped essentially.
Yeah. Maybe it's just because he's going to be out of a job soon, and he doesn't know what to do with his retirement.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe he just argued with his family or something before.
Yeah.
Get it. There was disagreement apparently among the committee, so they were all like voting all over the place, So like there was I think his purported replacement was like he voted for a 0.5% rate cut, and a couple of others voted for just no change. And so there's there's all kind of like it's all a bit split.
Yeah.
Unknown. It's kind of unknown percent chance Bitcoin will go up or down. 0% chance we'll be able to guess what random things maths.
Yeah. Excellent comment.
Yeah, that's yeah. Actually, that's got me a bit speechless. Just, but anyway, yeah. So there's that. Should we switch over to Pippin? Talk about random things.
Yeah. I'll yes. If we have time, I wouldn't mind looking at Ethereum as well. But
yeah, sure. Oh, should we do that first in that case?
Well, if you want to leave Pippin as your finale, that's yeah.
Let's do that. It's been a long time since I looked at ETH, to be honest. Oh, let's bring back Quadzilla. What we got here? Something else. I don't know if you noticed, these drew automatically. So it's something I've been kind of experimenting with a bit. It's an experimental new feature in Quadzilla. So drawing in these parallel channels.
Was that your kind of, what do you call it? Well, what you had a name for it, didn't you? Your
like hidden levels in the market.
Yeah. Your
parallel channels, I think.
Yeah. You had some word you were using that I quite liked. I can't remember what it was now.
I don't know.
Area of something, I can't remember now. But
confidence thing.
It'll come to me. Don't worry.
Yeah. Because that sounds like it'd be quite a good one to keep if you can remember it, or if I can. So yeah, essentially. Oh yeah, just very quickly on those, on these then, and probably actually kind of look at Ethereum. So the idea with these is that, kind of as I was saying the other day, that when you get a bullish retracement level and above it there's a bearish retracement level, then just kind of something's going on in that case, because of the way that these levels are detected and drawn. They're based on divergence between what's going on up here and what's going on down here with the momentum oscillators. Right. So therefore they pick out levels when they detect that divergence. They pick out levels that you don't normally see kind of drawn out, but it's a bit like they've kind of dipped their big toe into the matrix or something like that, like Quadzilla has. And the toe comes out with all the ones and zeros dripping off it or something. So from that, it's kind of and there's also something about weights and springs, isn't there? That's the other thing, because it finds this balanced out level between the opposing forces. So for each of these, but what it does mean then is that if you draw basically just a parallel channel between the two, then that's often, in fact very often, turns out to be quite relevant, and you can kind of use it as a bit of a guideline about whether to consider going long or going short. Essentially, it's not like a signal, because you also have to keep in mind the market's going to do what the market's going to do, but it can very often just give you kind of a sign that it's not a signal, it's a sign. It can give you kind of some information that whether it's more whether it's a bad idea to consider going long or short at that point. So if this, actually, let me find a good example. This maybe I drop down to ZAR. Okay. Yeah, as I say, these are a bit experimental at the moment, because as you can see, they're overlapping a lot. So I've got to figure out just how best to handle that within the indicator. when you get lots of overlaps. But just here, for example, so we've got this bullish retracement level there, we've got that bearish retracement level there, and then between them, we've got the price moving, and sure enough, the halfway point, the price just often just kind of finds its way to there. It's like a straight line version of a Bollinger Band, funnily enough. So, because it's with Bollinger Bands, it's like the mean reversion is the bit in the middle. So, in other words, actually, sorry, I'm jumping all over the place with the explanation, but essentially, with Bollinger Bands, the price tends to return to the sort of the moving average, which is the central bit, the wavy line or whatever. With this, it's simply that if the price is ranging, it'll have a tendency to just kind of come back to that central line, the straight line, and just dance around it essentially. But if the price is up here in the upper half of that range, then that means if you were considering going short, excuse me 1 second. Sorry. If you were considering going short, then it's a better idea to do that while the price is up here in this kind of premium price territory. So because you got like kind of like the discount territory down here in the lower half.
That might have been your words, premium and discount, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sure. So essentially here, the price came down, as it didn't get as far as that, it just kind of bounced around, touched off that line, which may have been why I drew that in, to be honest. In fact, let's hide those. Let's remove it. So, yeah, essentially then the price came down. If you were thinking about going short here, that probably wouldn't be a good idea because it's a bit close to that central line. So that would be risky. If the price is up here, close to the top of that area, then that's a better idea because it's much more likely to reverse when it's up here. So probabilistically, it's a better idea to go short up here than it is down there. Similarly, for going long, you'd ideally want the price to come all the way down to this, kind of touch that, and then you'd think, okay, brilliant. Given this setup that Quadzilla is drawn in up above, then it'll be a very good idea to go long from down here. So obviously it didn't come down to there, but that's still kind of okay because it's still within this discount area where it's a much better idea to consider going long down here than if it's up there. So, and it's probably far enough down there that if you were thinking, there are other signs that this is a reversal. So, for example, like that, the long wick down, and kind of the rejection from there and bounces up. The momentum oscillators have kind of have worked their way around, and in fact just totally reversed. They're coming back up, so that's also kind of a good sign. So if you're overall looking at your TA and thinking like, this could be a good place to long here, this also suggests that's good. It's certainly a better idea down there than up there. If you were looking at a potential long position up here, then you'd think, well, okay, that's riskier because the probability is that it's going to drop down, and it does. It at least comes down to the central line there. Over here, of course, the price just kind of breaks out. But I think that looks like it was very much a impulsive move, isn't it? I mean, what time is that? That was 3 p.m. Tuesday. And then, obviously, US market had opened, and that just kind of sent the price. So there's like some, external factor or whatever. But eventually that happens. So there's kind of a break of structure at that point. The price has gone on to some other thing that it's doing then. I'm thinking what I might do with these is when one of these moves to its step 3, then maybe it should stop drawing. So it would stop there, in other words. So the price is broken above, and so the parallel channel stops drawing there. I think that probably makes sense. Because, although, I mean, it's, in fact, I think that makes sense, because it's broken above then. It's, this is no longer really in play, that parallel channel. So that is, that retracement level. But that, the halfway point of this is no longer really kind of the thing to be considering once the price has worked its way up there and stayed up there as well. Right. Then with this one, that's obviously drawn another parallel channel there just recently. So price broke down, that bearish retracement level was drawn in, suggesting the price is going to come back up and probably down again. This bullish retracement level here was already being drawn in from back there. That very much suggesting that market structure will just come down and retest that line and work its way back up. Hasn't yet. So, we're seeing kind of, there's definite positivity in Ethereum at the moment. Like, it seems to be just, well, I don't know, I mean, looking at that, I'm not so sure, but it seems to have been performing a bit better than Bitcoin, I think, just recently.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, I was, what you on there, the 30-minute, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a level on the 1 hour at 31.20, which was I was thinking about that as a possible area for a long. I don't know.
Kind of 31.20.
But just where that.
So that just
where the green retracement is,
Okay, yeah. So that one. So so with this one, you can kind of see as well that's forms that halfway point between the two. And as I was saying, that seems to just happen very much just when the price is ranging. It kind of finds the middle point between the two levels. It's the weights and springs again that are essentially trying to pull the price down to this level and trying to pull the price up to that level. So they reach this kind of homeostasis between the two, and there they are, ranging between the two. So it's basically the market is balanced at that stage. So if something happens, essentially, if something happens, then it changes. So that's interesting. That's starting to look a bit bearish, but the 55 EMA is maybe a bit level there. It's just a reaction from that happening, I think. So that the yellow 21 EMA might kind of work its way back up. But anyway, so if something happens to upset the balance between the two, then obviously that's going to push the price one way or the other. Which way that is, we probably won't really know until it happens. There's still a bit of an expectation that the price would come down to here, just because that market structure, boop, 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 kind of feels like it wants to be retested, and there's obviously all of this liquidity build-up over here. I should be drawing, shouldn't I? Just so all of this liquidity build-up there. I guess previously I'd already kind of drawn in those levels because this was just channeling its way along there. That midway point is very much liquidity there, so that all has to be used up, really, or just it's all like balance, blip, or up the other way. Just subtle feeling the price is just going to drop because it's also been it broke out above that range there, that 31.43. It might even just kind of bounce off there, or it might come down to that level, which would be kind of nice, down to there even, and then so if it breaks down, then something like that's going to happen. personally, I wouldn't be looking to long or short that right now.
No.
Because it's so very, very mid. Any kind of, and so what this parallel channel is essentially telling us is that that would probably be like pretty much the riskiest place to open a position there, because just don't know which it's so like straddling the midpoint. It's a coin flip, which way it goes. So it's only really until you know which way it's gone, then you can start to plan out. Like opening a long position, maybe a partial long position there, and like another one there to sort of fill up the total amount that. Obviously, I'm not lecturing to you here. I know you know, but in fact, probably everyone watching knows, all traders. But like just opening with some margin there, the rest of the margin there, maybe even holding some back for or maybe when it gets down here, that might invalidate a long, to be honest, because then it's just like it's going a bit risky. But I think potentially some there. If it drops too far below that level, then we're probably talking stop loss having been set, stop loss and go again sort of thing. I don't know, what would you do? Would you, if price started to come down, would you have a limit order set there or there, or neither, none of the above?
In the previous incarnation of me, I would have had like loads of like orders sort of laddered in sort of thing, but I'm trying not to do that anymore. I'm trying just to sort of go for like the lowest possible price I can see, and if I don't get it, I just don't worry about it.
Just I've
generally come
play another day.
I've come to the conclusion that I overtrade, and that's affecting my my P&L overall. So I'm just really trying to look for those really good opportunities rather than just be constantly in trades like I often am. It's just something I'm trying to get a bit more disciplined. Especially now we've got the tools to do it with as well. So what I would do, I would be, when the price comes down to them levels, I would be looking at what the price is doing. I would be looking at the EMAs and stuff and thinking like, okay, what kind of trend are we actually in at the moment? Are we in, does it look likely that it could bounce here or not? And I decide at that point in time, really, rather than just blatantly putting in an order.
Yeah. So you probably, it sounds like you probably have a kind of a tentative limit order in place, but you'd be monitoring it and prepared to move it.
Yeah.
Depending on price action.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be a big one either. It'd be like a beak wetter, as some people call it.
A toe dipper, or whatever.
Yeah, and I'm not doing this sort of where I'm setting limit orders then going to sleep either. I'm not doing that anymore because.
So you're strictly an intraday trader.
I'm trying to be. I'm not always like that, and but I just come to the conclusion that I my trades are too often underwater. So therefore it means I'm trading too much because I'm not waiting for the good entry, am I?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. No, it's just a thing that's going on in my head at the moment. I'm just thinking I need to get a bit more disciplined, really.
Yeah. Fair enough.
But so I would be looking for the lower levels.
Which is probably this one, to be honest. So, I mean, on that basis, if you happened to be trading retracements, it'd be kind of like there or slightly below as an entry level, and probably not much further down as a stop loss, maybe.
Yeah, they're looking quite nice. They're looking nice. I like the idea of those. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, they are. I mean, when they work, they really work. Honestly, it's one of those things.
Yeah.
So I'm still a little bit tentative about, still kind of working on them, but I'm already finding them just it does kind of change the way that you look at particular trade entries. Probably the exits as well. I mean, you could look at it as a trading strategy, like up here. I mean, I suppose it only started to draw there, but let's just say if it started drawing there, you'd think, oh, hey, this is going to be a good place to short. Boom, yep. That ended up kind of straddling, maybe set, as soon as it's gone below that line, set the stop loss, or I suppose try to set the stop loss along that line, maybe once the price has either closed below there, or once you've got like an entire candle below that halfway point, right. and then or something like that, it's probably nudge the stop loss and look at this area as a potential take profit then for a short, that sort of thing. Sorry, I interrupted you. I think you were going to ask something.
No. I was what was I doing? No, I was just trying to, when they actually start appearing, your shaded parallel thingies.
Oh yeah, so it's basically whence forth and upon. Once the if you got to bullish retracement level, then that's in its step 2, that's in step 2, then, and there's also a bearish retracement above it. Right. That's also in step 2. Then it's actually on every bar as it goes along. It's checking like, is there one above? Nope. Is there one above? Nope. Is there one above? Yes. And so kind of starts drawing there. In fact, it would actually go yes there. It draws it back 1 bar, just right. Because quite often it's just useful, to have. So it's actually drawn more like a sort of manually drawn parallel channel, I suppose, because you kind of want to get more of the range in there. Yeah, and then it just keeps going until either one of these is finished.
Excellent.
Yeah. So, that was a nice one. I'm not surprised the price did go up, but by that stage, things. I mean, there's obviously a lot there telling us that the price was going to head down. That it was bearish. So pinpointed that, and then the rest of it said, but where are there? Don't go long because this is happening or about to happen. So, and the fact that we'd had bearish retracement drawn in as well. So,
nice.
Yeah. So let me just see if I can find example. Cause I hadn't really looked at this on Ethereum yet.
So you never got around to your Pippin either, did you?
Oh no, should I have a quick look at that? I think
yeah.
Then probably ought to think about wrapping up fairly soon after that.
Yeah. I know you're busy.
Very. Yeah. So Space Catty, I don't know if you'd already showed this one, but just here to give a like before I send to the live stream, but I'll watch it later. Thanks so much for not giving up the live stream, and thank you for not giving up on us as well. I appreciate that.
Okay, I wasn't intending on giving up, but yeah.
No, but now you put the thought in my head. Oh my God, what are we doing here? No, not at all. So, yeah, this Pippin, which they do this thing with the symbol, I suppose, because like the actual name is Pippin with an extra P, the Pippin, but then the symbol, it seems, only has the one P in the middle. So I think maybe they do that deliberately to make you uneasy. Oh, did I actually choose the right one once it's on the chart?
Is this a common noun?
What, a Pippin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it?
Well, I think, didn't Shakespeare use it as a sort of, I don't know if it's a double entendre or not, but for a part of the female anatomy, or like two parts in particular. But because he was a bawdy fellow, or Shakespeare, wasn't he? My God. But maybe there's
Shakespeare walks into a pub, the barman says, "Get out, you bard."
Actually, these are just going to be just telling jokes throughout these live streams. Oh, that's going to be the new thing. But yeah, I think a pippin is an apple. No, I realised.
Right, okay.
Because they have pips in.
Right, yeah. The only pippin I knew was there used to be a kids program called Come Outside, who had this Auntie Mabel who used to get in a little Cessna light aircraft and then go flying somewhere with a little dog, and the dog was called Pippin. So when my oldest daughter, when she was a baby, we got her this xylophone in the shape of a dog, and we just called it Pippin the xylophone dog. So that's all.
That's really confusing. How's a baby supposed to understand that?
I don't know.
The explanation of why it's called Pippin the xylophone dog.
I don't know. She's grown up perfectly all right, and sort of. And
still confused about xylophones, but still.
Probably, yeah. And so that's the only Pippin I knew. Oh right, yeah, Pippin. Yeah, there is a Cox's Pippin. That's it. That's the apple, isn't it?
Yeah. Glad we got that sorted out.
Right. Okay. I didn't know what a Pippin was.
Yeah. So what a Pippin coin does, I'm not sure. I don't know if it has utility or if it's a meme coin or meme, not a meme coin, or what. But however, Aussie, good day, folks from Townsville, Queensland, and see those are good emojis. I think you should use those on the thumbnails. Like the price is hopping around the place, you know.
What's that? A kangaroo, a bull, a cow,
I think so,
and some beers. Oh yeah, proper Aussie, mate. Pretty.
Yeah.
What's it? Townsville. So I'll have to have a quick Google of where that is.
View it, or just.
What, see if we can spot him?
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so essentially, so here then, this on the while you're doing that, on the 1 minute of the Pippin tether chart on Bitunix. See, this is kind of nice. So what we talk about. So I guess this is kind of about the Bollinger Bands, in that teamwork in the SaveWithCrypto Discord was talking about his kind of very, very short-term sort of scalping strategy, like hyper scalping, I guess. His strategy is that he uses Bollinger Bands in tandem with the RSI, and I think he uses Quadzilla for kind of confirmation as well. So I thought I'd kind of have a look, just because it, as I was saying earlier, like near the start, I'd kind of like looked into Bollinger Bands, thought, oh wow, they're incredibly neat, and then removed them from the chart and kind of forgot all about them for a little, and then I think that happens kind of periodically. But they really are incredibly neat, and especially if you use Quadzilla, then it's you get kind of this sort of thing going.
What you're looking for there with them there Bollinger Bands?
Yeah. So if I momentarily dare to just hide away Quadzilla for a sec, the thing here. So the central line is it's the mean reversion, which I was going to say that that reminds me that Scotty isn't here. With talking about mean, but so essentially that means that the price tends to return to this point. The reversion part of it is that. So the mean part is mean as in average, of course, and so this is basically a moving average here, and because of that, the price has a tendency. It just kind of wants to return to the average, obviously in reality it's like God, sorry, I was going to say which part of the dog is wagging itself, but Oh God. I promised myself I wouldn't talk myself into that sort of corner. But, okay, so yeah. Anyway, so
together, right, guys,
yeah.
it's like Fern Britton and Phil Schofield.
Well, is that a good thing or a bad thing? I'm really not sure. But
Well, it used to be good, but
yeah. Anyway, yeah. So so the price tends to return to the to the mean average, or the average is kind of chasing the price. It's like whichever way you look at it on there. The outer lines are the standard deviation, so which is kind of nice. So it just provides this roving, moving range, averagey sort of range. So what tends to happen is that if the price, actually that's kind of an extreme example, because the price broke above that the top part of the band, but it then kind of came back within. If I go back maybe to find it, yeah, this is a very kind of good example here. So the price, well, in fact, that's not a great example because the price broke below it, really. But yeah, you could look at it as that for signs of where you can potentially go long. Down here, it's usually like if the price just touches the lower band and maybe breaks down below, then you kind of look at that as being a potential long just there. Okay. I think ideally for the confirmation, you like this is showing you would kind of want to break back above into the band and ideally close within it, and then just like go long up to here, and then your take profit would be essentially either when it kind of hits the top of the band, or if you kind of sense that that's it, guys, party's over, and it's going to come down again. So and then just kind of using the RSI in tandem with that. So the safer aspect is very much just when you've kind of got the RSI is all the way down here in oversold. So that, and it's coming around in tandem with what I was just talking about with the price action on or within the Bollinger Band. When you get those two together, that's a strong signal to go long there. Similarly, the other way around, to be honest, that would be a strong signal to go short, because it's touched above. The price here didn't actually get above into that level, but you can kind of see that there's a bit of a reversal there. So that would be kind of a judgment call, I think, about. But I think given that happens, the major wick up and rejected back down, kind of says that that there's a reversal going on there. So, and sure enough, it kind of fought back a bit, but then just boink back down. So kind of good go short place just there. So yeah, I think as Teamwork was saying in the Discord, it's very much just like do that, take the profit, close position when it's when you feel it's a good time to do that, and then just repeat over and over and over. And that's his scalping strat. So another part of it as well, when he gets the bullish divergence down in the RSI. So like don't know if that's a great example of it just there. In fact, there isn't really an example of it there, but is this drawing in the, I thought I had that set, or maybe I broke it because I picked up the script and just started fiddling with it, so it's probably all broken now. But also I'm going to switch that on. So this kind of shows you where the bullish and bearish divergence are, which is quite nice. The only thing with this signal, that's in the standard RSI indicator, the built-in one with TradingView. Okay. But these are lagging lagging signals within the indicator. So there's a look back. It looks back about 5 bars to determine if that was a pivot, and in which case should it think about drawing that in there. I mean, okay. You can eyeball them anyway, and kind of just see, yes, that's like what if the price is currently there, the price is kind of coming down, but on here there's an upslope, there were higher lows on the RSI, so definite divergence there. Really those two, to be honest, that one and that one, because price is coming down on those two candles, but the RSI was kind of heading upwards, so that's a strong signal again that might be a good place to go along. I mean, it kind of was. I don't know, did it get very far? Would probably think about going longing it from there. Would have been 2% for a scalp. That's pretty damn good, I think. Keep in mind we're on the 1 minute chart, so that's and also that this is the reason why I started hacking around in the code base for a bit, because I was thinking like, wouldn't it be nice if it draws in these lines, kind of like earlier rather than waiting until 5 bars later. It could kind of draw in a tentative kind of divergence line, and
right.
it moves, so you at least get the visual indication that there's something going on, so you can go in and have a look. That's an experiment anyway. There's so if I switch Quadzilla back on, then obviously the momentum oscillator within here very much helps, because that's stochastic, so it's kind of just building up its direction based on its previous values, so gives us kind of a similar thing to moving average, but more mathsy, more mathematical, I guess. So I was just kind of looking at this in terms of so that there the price came down, it touched the bottom of the Bollinger Band, headed back up. So I probably myself would be quite tentative about placing a long just there, just because the Bollinger Band has narrowed. So if it's going to bounce, it's going to not go very high before it bounces. And similarly here, I wouldn't place a short just there, because it's just not optimal. Again, there's just such a narrow range, and nothing else is really kind of saying that that's going to be a big reversal. Like, in other words, it'd be high risk. So after now it started ranging, and so on and so on. Within this one now, that's kind of interesting, because Quadzilla, having drawn in the parallel channel there, it's very much so. Excuse me. Again, because it's ranging, as it tends to do, it just kind of hits the midpoint of that parallel channel, just virtually straddles it, although it's slightly underneath it, suggesting that it doesn't have the strength to get above. So it's just going to, and sure enough, it just kind of drops down further. It tries again, coming down, and still nothing there is really suggesting that there's going to be a turnaround just yet. So even though it's in the lower half of this, that isn't like a signal to go long, because it's just not what these channels are about. It's more like if you're considering going long, like something else, then also check this to see if it's a good idea or not. So it's a kind of a confirmation thing. So yeah, that's, I don't know. Having said that, it's coming back up. I switched off the mid-range cross. Maybe I also switched off the red-green background. So I was just kind of looking at other stuff at that point. So that kind of gives us a bit of hopium that price is going to head up. And another thing that Teamwork did say was that while he's been doing this, or at least lately, he'd only been kind of like short scalping So waiting for this to come up to the top of that at the range, and then short. That's obviously going to be very dependent on the market conditions at the time. And he did also say about kind of also checking the higher time ranges kind of crucially, which I totally agree with. Actually, I drew a whole bunch of things. So let's take this. So yeah, on this one, okay, so it's all the way down at 0.029. We're currently up there, 0.32. Oh wow, okay, gosh. That would potentially be a buying opportunity if it came all. I doubt it would drop all the way down there. That'd be what's the opposite of a 10x? I suppose a 10 slash or something, 10 forward slash. No, but it'd be I don't know, whatever. A forward slash 10 even.
Divide by 10.
yeah. So
actually, that's what decimate means, isn't it? Everyone uses decimate wrong, but it actually means divided by 10, doesn't it?
Yeah, from the Roman army thing, isn't it? Yeah, it's one of those ones, isn't it? Because it's like the wrong meaning has become the meaning of it because it's just used that way.
Yeah.
So it's like, and so now if it's become kind of like the definition of it now, in terms of its everyday use, it's a bit like literally, isn't it? Just so that's probably.
So if you say my wages have been literally decimated. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, actually. It means that...
Yeah, essentially. So, well, cheer up, mate. Could have been a lot worse,
Yeah, you could have lost 90% of your wages.
Yeah. Well, what do you think I just said? Something else. Well, okay. So, I think at some point, well, I suppose probably this morning, I drew in the Fib retracement as well, and that just kind of was interesting in its own sense. Oh yeah, okay. So I drew it from. Don't know. Sorry, talk among yourselves for a minute. In fact, I drew it actually from that retracement level, just up to the very top, and that kind of gave us quite a meaningful couple of ranges in here. So, because the price has very much been ranging within there, still on Pippin, by the way. So, as it broke above, blah blah, back down within that range, and it kind of respected it. So even though we might have been expecting the price to come up and hit the top of that Bollinger Band there, it just bounced off the 0.786 instead, and down, and it used the 0.618 as support, and just kind of kept it within that range. If it drops down further, I guess there's been kind of support around the halfway point, but really significant, some drop below the 0.618 and definitely below 0.5 would just blop it right the way down, kind of maybe to there, 0.2 or something. Excuse me. That's if it broke down. We're certainly catching a lot of prices at the midway point at the moment. So I think, I went up to the 1 hour, so I guess it's no longer particularly scalping on this. But yeah, if the price dropped down to there, probably a good place to long, I think, because it's touching the bottom of the Bollinger Band there. Back up to there, then that would be 10% trade, and if it got back to, obviously the Bollinger Band would come down, but potentially 12-13% maybe, before it bounces, if it bounced down again from there. But the usual thing, probably want to stop loss maybe there-ish, isn't it? So I think I've run out of things to say for now.
Yeah, well, I'd be, I don't know, I'd be too scared to trade something called pipping, to be honest. I don't know. I'm going to end the poll actually because
Oh yeah,
I think the statistics are going to be interesting because in actual fact, out of 7 votes, 71% of people said yes, they are there, but they are lurking, and 29% of them are Kaz.
wow, hey, that's pretty impressive. So well done, Kaz.
Yeah, there you go. There's some meaningful data for the day. That's great.
Yeah, very much. Let's feed that into the chart.
Right. Okay. So is it up or down? No. Is it,
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. I can't. I'm feeling a bit of down than some up. I think that's what I'm hoping for anyway. I do fancy, even though, like you're saying, it's all looking a little bit weak. I do agree, and I think that's definitely how it's going to be for a few days. But
Yeah.
I do want to see a nice big dump and then sort of, we long it up from like 70k or something. But I'm not sure it's going to go. We'll see.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, actually, let's find a decent time frame. Oh, decent. Oh, that is on the thing. Yeah. I think I just virtually vandalized. I've literally vandalized the chart. Just graffitied all over it, really. Its meaning is decimated. So, yeah. Actually, let me just. Interesting. It's so that mid level there. So we're on the 4 hour now. In fact, I'm going to just delete all these. It's coming back to here. It's a relevant kind of level, really. It's there, isn't it? So actually, put it right on the thing, more or less. So yeah, it was kind of resistance a bit there. Came down, resistance again there. Just certainly a ranging liquidity area. So it's like ranging through that there. Came up there, kind of below it, above it again, and bleh, down. So I suspect that mid-range, that 102 point whatever, 102.3. If we ever get back up to there again, will probably be a point where, say we did that, it might range a bit there for a while, get everyone's hopes up with a pump up, and then just kind of stick around that 103. Whether it gets up to there or not, 113. I feel like it should. It's just like you say, it's just Bitcoin kind of needs to get its mojo back, I think. I don't know. It's this thing about like everybody has been expecting this relief rally to happen. Therefore, it's not really happening. Not particularly convincing that that's not happening after all, and then it'll head up. Like everyone was convinced about October and whatever it was, Moonvember and so on, Pumpity December-y, and so on. It's just, yeah, people, I think, myself included, but I think people need to stop expecting things of the Bitcoin price. As soon as we stop expecting, it'll just do what it's going to do. But very much just like obviously the TA tells us kind of a very good idea of what the chart's likely to do next, regardless of expectations. It's not well. It should be doing this. It's like, well, no, it's like the chart does what it's going to do. So.
Okay, that's brilliant. Well, thanks very much for all that. That's very good. I think we just have to get what we're given, as my grandmother used to say.
I think she's quite right as well.
Yeah, you'll get what you're given. And I did.
Even if it was a piece of burnt toast or something.
That's exactly it. But yeah, so I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, Quadzilla is our indicator, but I think you all know about that, don't you? It's available from savewithcrypto.org/QZ. As you can see, there's always like loads of work going on, mostly math actually, but in improving it and making it more useful. And it was really good. I mean, even that like 1 hour retracement thing that I showed you before, like Tuesday's pump, basically what that was like a, I can't remember now, it was like a 30%, no, it was quite a big dump anyway, but yeah, you could have made a lot of money doing, shorting that. So yeah, you can make money with, oh, there you go. It's on the screen now, but there is Quadzilla, and it is super cheap. It's super cheap if you certainly buy it for the year. You get like a nice discount doing that, and if you want to pay in crypto, we can probably give you an even better discount, which we haven't quite decided yet. But
basically, contact us. Yeah, join the Discord and DM either of us really, and we'll set you up, but in a good way.
Right. I've got to go because my daughter's requesting my presence again. I've got to go and pick her up. So awesome. Right. Well, that's goodbye from me.
Also goodbye from him as well. As oh God, done it again.
Oh,